And that is another MLS season in the books. So, the game's just finished. I'm actually kind of watching Atlanta lifting the trophy now. And Atlanta United has won 2-0 against the Timbers. And this was actually the same scoreline as last year when TFC beat Seattle in the 2017 MLS Cup. But certainly the way that this game played was a little bit different than last year. Although the overall play and what I kind of talked about doing the preview of what I expect this game to play kind of was what I expected in terms of this one. You know, I thought Portland throughout this game, they were going to probably defend and they were trying to bunker to potentially not give away a goal. And Atlanta, obviously, they were going to be in the front foot and they were trying to cause trouble of this Timbers team, which they did a couple of times in this game. But like I said in my stream and in the preview, I'm going to just break this game down piece by piece. And, you know, we start off with the starting 11 by both teams. Atlanta went with a 4-3-3 formation. I actually haven't checked to see what kind of formation the Timber has used, but I'm thinking most likely it's a 4-5-1 formation. The only surprise that I have in terms of the lineup for both of these teams is that Mabiella actually started this game. So I said in the preview that Mabiella was probably not going to start this game because he just came back from a leg injury and he didn't participate in the training leading up to MLS Cup, but yet he decided to start in this game. And, you know, it didn't look like at times he really struggled or he kind of re-injured that leg that he saw injured back in that first leg of the Western Conference Final, which I'm pretty sure for Giovanni Savarese that is probably one of the few good things coming out of this game, because it was a big risk of putting Mabiella in there, of him just coming straight back from injuries. But overall, the lineup was kind of expected from both of these teams, and then when you look at the game overall, you know, in the first half, as I said before, it looked like the Timbers were just going to bunker and trying to counterattack. Although in the first 5 minutes, they did try to maybe get some possession. Maybe they could control the game. But yeah, it quickly did not really work out. And when they lose the ball, Atlanta looked very threatening on the attack. And then we had some controversy about 14 minutes in when Joseph Martinez was clipped in the box. And overall, this controversy won't be talked a lot because Atlanta were on the winning side. But, you know, it looked like Martinez, who was clipped behind from Mabiella. I was actually very surprised that they did not go to VAR in that incident, because when you look at it, and I'd certainly look at it in both angles, it looked like he did get clipped by Mabiella. It looked like, you know, some people say that it was a dive, that Joseph Martinez kind of just dramatically fall to the ground, but you kind of could see that Mabiella did clip him, and, you know, I feel like they probably could have gone to VAR and then look at it to see if it's a penalty or not. Obviously, if they go to VAR, it'll probably take a little bit longer than the regular season, because giving a penalty in that situation is a game changer, and it's a season changer for both of these teams. So, you know, again, I don't know why they didn't go to VAR in that incident. That could have easily changed the game. And I think if the Timbers would have won this game, then we definitely will go back to that controversial call in the 14th minute when Martinez was tripped, and that probably should have been a penalty. But eventually Atlanta did take that 1-0 lead, and unfortunately for the Timbers, it wasn't because of them just getting their bunker just kind of got collapsed and that Atlanta eventually find a way to play through them, but it was just because they gave the ball away to Atlanta. Like, it was a horrible back pass, I believe, from Valeri, and then Martinez basically picked it off, and he was basically off to the races, one-on-one with Antonella, and there you go. That is 1-0. And I said it in the stream, I felt like that is probably a very disappointed way for Portland to concede. I mean, I know eventually they're probably going to concede a goal with the way that they just tried to bunker, and that eventually they might give up that first goal if Atlanta finally figure out their trying to play through their bunker. But just to simply give the ball away, just put it on a platter for Martinez, has to be just really disappointed. Like, it was an absolute gift by the Timbers, handed to Atlanta, and obviously the place gone absolutely nuts when Martinez scored that first goal. And then 3 minutes later, and I think this is probably the biggest moment of this game, and really kind of the telling story of this game, is that the Timbers had a massive opportunity to equalize. When the ball was coming into Abobasi, I think it was Valeri that delivered the ball in. Abobasi was 6 yards out. He was open. It was a free header for Abobasi. And Abobasi did hit it on target, but what a save that is from Guzan. And, you know, I know Guzan from his U.S. men's national team day, he's been getting a lot of stakes, but that save was just one of the best saves I have ever seen him made. And that was a game-changing save too, because if Abobasi put that one in, it would have been at 1-1, and we would have head to halftime at 1-1, and you better believe that if this game was at 1-1 at halftime, it would be completely different of how the second half would have gone. And that was a huge opportunity for the Timbers to potentially equalize. And overall, you know, the Timbers in this game, they weren't very clinical whatsoever. And, you know, I feel like if they are going to potentially win this game, or at least make it close, they need to finish those chances. That chance for Abobasi, he has to put that away, because if he does not put that away, and when that did not go in, you knew that this is not going to be Timbers night. You knew that Atlanta is going to basically win this game and have this party. And in the second half, they eventually get the second goal. You know, the Timbers, to be fair, they did start the second half pretty well. They did try to look for the equalizer, and Atlanta kind of switched the way that they play. Tata kind of went back to the way he played against NYCFC, which was kind of sit deep and then just counter attack. And, you know, this goal wasn't really on a counter attack, but more on a free kick. And, you know, one thing I did not mention during the preview, and this is probably something I probably should have mentioned, is that Portland has been having issue dealing with set piece this season. I mean, they concede, I think, like 8 goals this season on the set piece, and you saw in this goal that they concede why they have problem on this set piece. Like, it was just really poor defending. When the ball was coming in, Martinez was completely kind of unmarked, and when he flicked that one into the back post, Escobar, nowhere to be. No Timber player was even close to him or even thinking about marking him, and he basically just sneaked through the back and basically scored that one to make it 2-0. And at that point, it looked like it was kind of game over for Portland. I mean, I said that for Portland, if they go 2-0 down in this game, if they concede more than a goal in this game, it could really be kind of game over for them. And the Timbers, to be fair, even though they were 2-0 down, they continued to keep going. I believe Alvis Pyle had a massive chance right about the 70th minute when the ball was coming in when there was like an overlapping ball coming toward him, and he basically went one-on-one with Guzan, but unfortunately when the ball was coming in, he basically completely made a hash of that one-time finish that he was trying to do. And, you know, Timbers continue to try to push forward, and, you know, at that point, it kind of really played into Atlanta hands, where Atlanta just kind of sit back, and whenever Atlanta go on the counterattack, they look so dangerous going on the counterattack. And the only reason why Atlanta going on the counterattack did not score a goal because of that is that they didn't necessarily look good going on the counterattack. I mean, as good as Atlanta was throughout this season, let's be honest, this game was not a vintage Atlanta kind of performance. You know, Atlanta kind of capitalized on a mistake by the Timbers in the first goal, and then the second goal was from a set piece where the Timbers kind of struggled to do. So Atlanta didn't really beat the Timbers by going on the counter attack or trying to beat them by playing through the bunker, but they just beat them because of a combination of individual mistake by the Timbers and also just the Timbers struggling on the set piece. But yeah, overall, that is pretty much how this game kind of play. And again, I think a lot of people would have Atlanta winning this game, and there was a reason why the odds of Atlanta winning this game was very high, because I thought for Portland they were coming into this game heavy underdogs, not only with just the quality, but it was at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Now, if this game was at Providence Park, maybe Portland could have had a chance. Although Atlanta has been a very good road team, especially this year. I believe they have the most road wins. But because this game was at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and because there was 70,000 screaming fans in this game, and because of the fact that Atlanta has way more quality and much more superior than the Timbers are, it looked like Atlanta was going to win this one pretty comfortably. And I would say that I think that they did kind of win it pretty comfortably. I know the Timbers had those two big chances and a couple of decent half chances, but you kind of never really had a sense that the Timbers were maybe potentially going to really scare Atlanta. Atlanta defense, to be fair, they weren't really good in this game. There was a couple of times that they could have easily got caught out on the break, and also a couple of times they did a poor job marking, which I was expecting that, because the weakness for Atlanta is that defensive area. Since they focus on the attack so much, there's always going to be weakness there. But the Timbers, it just doesn't seem like they kind of had enough. Valeri had a very quiet night tonight. It doesn't seem like the vintage Valeri that we saw in this game. And it's also kind of show you how in this game, guys like Martinez and Almiron stepped up and Valeri didn't. And when teams that win MLS Cup, usually their most important players step up, and that's what happened to Martinez and Almiron, but not what happened with Valeri and Blanco in this game. But yeah, overall, that is pretty much the overall tactics review of this game. And just to summarize what exactly happened in this, I know this probably should have been a longer video, but it was pretty obvious what was going to happen in this game, and it kind of gone through the script, so there wasn't really a lot of big surprises. And I know some people were complaining the ref weren't very good in this game, and he was being very lenient in this game, not really reaching out to get a yellow card. And there was definitely a lot of physical play, and there were some play that you could say that maybe it should have been a yellow card. But I thought the ref did a good job to let the players play and just decide how the game would work out. And if there is a really sinister challenge, then yeah, that has to be a yellow card. But overall, I don't think referee decision kind of changed the way this game went. I think the only time it might have been questioned was that penalty shout that Atlanta had in the 14th minute when Martinez got tripped in the box by Mabiola. But other than that, I thought it was a good refereeing game. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button. And since the 2018 season is in the books, that does not mean that some of the things that I will talk about and some of the videos that I will do will really start to decrease. I mean, no doubt that I won't have to do previews and review every single week, but I will still do like news of the week. And I kind of said in the stream where I'll probably maybe do 2 news of the week instead of just 1 news of the week. And the other thing that I also want to announce is that starting next week, I will do a San Jose Earthquakes FIFA 19 career mode. I know I've been thinking about trying to maybe do it or not, and the reason why I've been thinking of should I do a career mode on FIFA 19 is that FIFA 19 has not been good. Like, I play it throughout this year, it's even worse than FIFA 18. And I feel like if I am going to do a career mode on a bad game, it's not going to be fun for me and also for you guys to see. And you get tired of me just kind of complaining about the referee, and that the referee in that game is almost the same level as MLS referee in many ways. But yeah, I kind of decided to do it because, you know, since I now have a lot of time to do it, and don't have to do previews and reviews and stuff like that, I might as well just do it. And I always want to do a San Jose Earthquakes career mode on a FIFA game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time.